Hello, Africa. It's been a very long time, and oh, how I have missed us all. My name is Eunice Tony, and I am very happy to welcome you again back into the studios of ETV Ghana for African Women's Voices Show. AFCON is finally over, and we have the studios back to ourselves. How have you been? Well, anyway, first of all, let's say a very big congratulations to the Senegalese. They are the champions of Africa. Let's also congratulate Egypt and every other team that came on board for the unity we showcased, and I mean for all the efforts that were put into it. Some of us may not be happy with whatever efforts that our men put into it, but I mean it's okay. It's okay. At the end of it all, there is peace, and Senegal is winning it for the very first time, and they so deserve it. Right. This show is always brought to you by very responsible brands who have always held my back, and I'm so happy to announce to you that Afariwa Styles is already adorning me with, you know, the red. It's the Valentine month, and it's not too far away from us. I mean, today is the 9th of February, and I don't know, do you have a Valentine? Of course. Yeah, we all have someone special in our lives. It could be your children, it could be your sister, it could be a mom. You know, we all have people that we can always express love to. It could even be a pet. Some people also love their pets. So, well, let's ensure that we continue to spread the love and the kindness to all the people who mean so much to us. And also not forget the less privileged, you know, the orphans, the destitutes, and what have you got. So, Afariwa Styles, thank you so much for making me look this beautiful. You can locate Afariwa Styles on Instagram and Facebook, afariwa.styles. Physically, you can also locate her at Osu or along the Rasta Road towards Teshinungwa area. Especially when you come to the container bus stop, you see Afariwa Styles beautifully located right there. Her phone number is right now at the base of your screen, so give her a call and do the bookings, because we need you to buy, you know, the vouchers for people, and also to even get something for your very beautiful self. And Awo's Hair also took care of my braids, and I'm loving it so much. You can locate Awo's Hair on Instagram and Facebook at Awo's Styles, okay? Awo's Hair, yes, that's where you locate her. Afariwa Styles for my clothes, and then Awo's Hair for my hair. Chana Sheto, Ghana's #1 pepper sauce, is still holding me down. Thank you so much for always making Ghanaians, you know, come out with very beautiful, you know, food and recipe, because once we add Chana Sheto to it, there's a big difference. Thank you. Chana's phone number is also at the base of your screen. Please call her for bulk purchase or even for personal use, right? And Lip Tomato Mix also is here with us and has always ensured that Ghanaians have the best of the best jollof rice, and even outside of Ghana, no matter what kind of rice it is that you got, once Lip is the tomato mix you're using, it will definitely come out well. So 60 seconds update is still part of our programming, and this is where we get to tell you what's happening here in Ghana and across Africa. And when we return from that, we will be discussing the actual issue for the day. So 60 seconds update, here we go.
Catherine Afeku, the head of strategic communications at Ghana's National Coordinating Office of Africa Continental Free Trade Area, has said 2,000 Ghanaian companies have so far applied for support from the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Catherine Afeku, in a radio interview, stated 180 out of the 2,000 Ghanaian companies have been selected to receive support from the Ministry of Trade and Industry to export under AFCFTA. She explained the support, which comes from the Ministry of Trade and Industry's facilitation program, will enable Ghanaian companies and small business exporting under AFCFTA to fully participate in the single continental market. In Somalia, over 90% or more of girls and women have been subjected to female genital mutilation, or FGM, despite the practice having devastating health ramifications for women and girls, including pain, bleeding, permanent disability, and even death. Discussion over how to end the harmful tradition remains taboo. The United Nations has called for collaboration at all levels and across all sectors of society across the world to protect millions at risk from FGM every year. Comedian Jacinta has appealed to Ghanaians who patronize comedy shows organized or headlined by her colleagues to share their thoughts on the show on social media when they enjoyed them. In an interview, Jacinta, who just performed at a comedy event in the UK at Leicester Square Theatre, called on patrons to not just watch the show and return to their homes without taking the opportunity to ensure the worth of comedy in Ghana. Talking about her performance at the event, which featured other comedians from the African continent, especially South Africa and Nigeria, Jacinta said she was happy about her performance and the feedback that came from the crowd after the event. The comedian, who was the only act from Ghana, also hinted that she has her first stand-up comedy special coming up this year, and plans are far advanced for that event.
Welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. So I hope you saw all the beautiful pictures and the beautiful women that I got to show you right now before I came on air. Well, it's all about celebrating and inspiring women, especially as we approach International Women's Day. You know, our very big day across the world is the 8th of March. And African Women's Voices, which is a platform that champions excellence whenever it comes to what women are doing, we always want to amplify it. We said, let's take some time, take about 1 month, and really talk about women and how they are making a lot of differences. And let's also celebrate them and also get to inspire those who need the inspiration. We all do need the inspiration. So from today and from subsequent weeks until we get to the 8th of March, we are going to be bringing you very exciting episodes, and we'll have series that are going to be very attractive and will educate you as well. We get to make you see a lot of things that women are doing, how we are celebrating them, how we want to learn from their achievements, and even how we want to aspire to even go beyond them. So today we are starting with the GUBA Awards. For those of you who really remember, sometime last year when we had the GUBA Awards in November precisely, we were able to celebrate Asantewaa's 100 years, you know, her centenary. And everyone was so jubilant and happy about the fact that we are celebrating a woman who we all know to be a warrior, to be courageous and to be diligent, and all the accolades that you can ever ascribe to her. So we were there, and happily we got to meet a lot of people who also got to experience and to also express what they felt about Asantewaa and how her lifestyle reflects or should reflect in the woman of today. It was a beautiful occasion, and I'm very happy to share with you whatever it is I was able to gather from there. But this is also to let you know, if you're watching me right now, you may have an event that you want somebody to come and cover for you, especially if it is a woman-centered event. Give us a call here at ETV Ghana, and African Women's Voices show will come and cover it for you at a very friendly fee. You see, we keep saying women supporting women, women empowering women. We do ours by actions. We are going to show you a strong level of support. Come, film it so nicely, amplify it for you on the show, and ensure that your voice is heard. So if you never knew, well, know it right now. We go for events, but exclusively women events. And one of them is where we got to also film GUBA Awards. So without talking too much, let me introduce you to the first person I got to interview. She's none other person than Pauline Drew. We all know Pauline Drew from the creative arts industry and her contributions to ensure that it gets to a better place. We got to ask her what it is about Yasantua that she would like to emulate and also like women of tomorrow to be able to also express. Let's hear from her. Hello, Africa. We are right here at the GUBA Awards at Accra International Conference Center. And I'm standing right here with Pauline Drew. A lot of us here in Ghana and across Africa know her to be someone who has been resilient in the creative arts industry. So we get to ask her some questions around Yasantua, who we are celebrating today. You're welcome to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Africa. We are right here at the GUBA Awards at Accra International Conference Center. And I'm standing right here with Pauline Drew. A lot of us here in Ghana and across Africa know her to be someone who has been resilient in the creative arts industry. So we get to ask her some questions around Yasantua, who we are celebrating today. You're welcome to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So, what would you say you admire so much about Yasantua?
You know what? Sometimes I dream I could be like her. I'm so inspired by this woman's history. Strong, powerful, and most of all, she knows how to organize. So for me, in fact, there's no mentor like her. Even though I never met her, she's my inspiration for African women. And I'm still at it. I don't stop. I'm still forcing and pushing African women to inspire the rest of them.
Amazing. And I'm not going to let you take leave of us without telling us what women have done to improve the creative industry of Ghana. We know what you are doing, so tell us about what other women are doing as well.
Our own Denta, our very own. What hasn't she done for African women? Not just Ghanaian. We have people in the whole industry, in the movie industry, in the music industry. You know, look at Jackie up here. You go anywhere. She's settled. She's made Ghanaians proud for her to be who she is. We have so many. Look at our politicians. Look at the women in the tourism. We have so much, and I'm proud. And we're going to continue pushing to the women of Africa. Stand up for her.
I am so happy about the passion with which you speak, and we look forward to talking to many more women who have got the kind of passion you've got. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Wow, Pauline Drew says that she really dreams to be like Yasantua. Her resilience and her diligence is something that stands out for her, even though she never got the chance to even meet her. Have you found yourself in situations where you really had to be resilient, but you gave up so easily? Well, maybe you should also emulate Yasantua. She was quite resilient, and even though things were not really going the way she wanted, she always tried to find ways to be able to better things for herself. So it's something I would encourage you to adopt. We'll be going to hear from the next person, who is Cynthia Kwaku. Cynthia Kwaku is a member of the advisory board of GUBA. And what really is outstanding for me, or what impresses me about Cynthia, is the fact that nobody really knows her face. However, she has been very responsible for connecting Ghanaian artists to the international brands or international media, to international platforms. A lot of times we think that men are the one championing such things. However, Cynthia Kwaku is part of the team that keeps doing this for Mother Ghana. Let's hear from her. I am in a very happy mood because I have Cynthia Kwaku right here with me. African Women's Voices show audience. we have someone who has contributed so much to linking Ghanaian artists to various corporations and brands beyond Ghana. And Cynthia Kwaku is someone who has been behind this all this time. We also need to let you know also that Cynthia is not only somebody who is linking Ghanaian artists to the international bodies, she's also an advisory member on the board for GUBA. So you see, we are celebrating 100 years today. You see what women are doing. We want to talk to her right now and find out what she's going to be saying to other women to also take after what she's doing. You're welcome, Cynthia. We are so honored to have you. You look absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you. You also look amazing. All right. So this is really wonderful. Celebrating Yasantua, after 100 years. I mean, people have come and gone, and we never, ever thought of celebrating this woman the way you are doing it today. What really was in the minds of the advisory board when you decided to do this wonderful thing?
I mean, I'd like to start off by giving a total 100% credit to Denta Mwati. Denta is just an incredible human being, and the representation of a Yasantua today. When she first told me about the idea, there was no question that it was long overdue. And I think for me as a woman, the fact that after 100 years, Yasantua is finally being celebrated means that change has come.
Change has come.
And we all have to take advantage of that change. Change has been there. Change has been, women are often very modest in celebrating themselves. And it's been a man's world, but women have always been behind the scenes. And so for me, if you were in any doubt whatsoever that this is a time for us, today earmarks a turn that it is your time to be the next generation's Yasantua.
That's so beautiful. Okay, so having told our audience that you've been linking a lot of our artists to international partners and international brands, I'm just wondering how many women we've got in this space. You're also a lawyer. Could you say something to women who are watching us right now, about your experience and how they also should be able to do what you're doing?
It's us believing in ourselves and understanding that we have something to contribute and not being pigeonholed into what a woman can do. For a very long time, entertainment has been seen as an area that dropouts go in. And so if you are a woman and you're in entertainment, you shouldn't be. There have been incredible female artists across time. There are very current, but the industry may not support them so much because we still live in a man's world. And certain things are acceptable, but a lot of people are changing that. I've worked with women artists. In actual fact, I'm about to work with another female artist that I wouldn't disclose, who is going to take it to the next level. It will surprise you. But I think that somebody asked me a question and said, I am a woman, I'm strong, I am this. Why? I said, because I am a woman. Women have the strength in us to achieve whatever we set our hands to. And I think that as mothers, as females who are supposed to empower the next generation, we need to instill in them that confidence. If your daughter comes to you and says, I want to be the next president of Ghana, you should tell her she can, because Yasantua tells us a lot. She was resilient, but she was calm. She was a woman. She was a strategist. And it's documented what she did. And if we all could live in our power, look, I don't want to wear the trousers because being a woman is powerful enough. My mom always told me, look, even in the context of marriage, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck that turns the head. And I think we women need to understand that to enhance our abilities and become what we are destined to become. We don't need to shout. We just need to do. We just need to mobilize. And most importantly, we need to support each other. I think one thing that goes against us women, we don't support each other enough, you know, and men do. You know, we all don't support each other enough. So, look, Denta has done it. There's so many countless women out there who can be role models. Reach out to them. Even if you don't have access to them, follow their journey. And in doing that, you build yourself up. You know, whether it's entertainment, whether it's, you know, law, whatever you set your eyes to, you can do it. Hey, my name is Cynthia Kwaku. Keep watching African Women's Voices show. Don't change the dial.
Thank you so very much, Cynthia. She says you should keep watching African Women's Voices show. And I've seen some people sending in their comments already, and they're itching to hear me say something about it. James X-Claus, I hope I pronounced your name well. He says he's watching me live from Accra. And I see Kulumieza Ezwa. He says, watching you from Tema. Great work, sis. And then he's got the heart. Thank you so much, Mieza, for watching from Tema. And I'm really grateful. Those of you who are still watching me from across the world, you know it gets to a time when I get to, you know, acknowledge you, right? I'll still do that, okay? But right now, we are going to be moving to the next person I got to speak to, and that's Kabute, my MC. A lot of times, I do not interview males because, I mean, it's all about the women. However, in a case like this, we felt that we wanted to know what the men are thinking about women and how well they want to celebrate us. So let's hear Kabute, my MC.
Hello, Africa. This is African Women's Voices Show. I'm standing right next to me here at the GUBA Awards at the Accra International Conference Center. Is no other person than Kabute, my MC. And he just won the MC Person of the Year, right?
Yes, the award was the Ghana Events Industry Best MC for the year 2021.
Amazing. And you celebrated 10 years, right?
Yes, this is my 10th year with 1,000 events.
I'm going to say 10,000 events. So this man talks for a living. So we need him to talk to us today about what he admires about Yasantua.
Well, to be very honest with you, I think Yasantua is one of those transcendent personalities that we are all blessed to learn about in our history books. And for me, on a personal level, as a father of 2 daughters, I can relate absolutely to her courage, to her resilience, to her desire to secure and protect the future of her people, you know, and the future of the generations that will live after her. And so for me, it connects to the fact that for all of us, there comes a moment when we need to stand up tall and mighty to protect and secure that which matters most to us. And nothing can matter more to us than the legacy of our children and our children's children.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Kabute Okansi. Call me Kabute, my MC. You know what? There's nothing more powerful than a woman with purpose. And so I invite you to keep watching the African Women Voices show.
And the next person I got to interview really needs no introduction, because a whole lot of us know her, and she's somebody who is very vocal and very eloquent. So let's just link you up to Catherine Afeku.
Hello, everyone. I'm standing right here with the eloquent and beautiful Catherine Afeku, and she's looking really beautiful and regal. You're welcome to African Women's Voices Show.
Thank you, and it's so good to see you.
So good to see you too. All right, today we are celebrating the centenary of Yasantua, and I'd like you to tell Ghanaians what it is you admire about Yasantua.
2 words: courage, resilience. And she's a woman we ought to celebrate daily. It's an inspiration for younger women coming up, that women are capable. And if you admire the history, she did well for Mother Ghana. And once in a while, as women, we need to rally behind one of us who was bold, who was tenacious, and she had the spirit of patriotism. My name is Honorable Catherine Afeku, and this is African Women Voices. Keep watching.
And from Catherine Afeku, we got to meet up with Akwesi Ajeman, the CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority, who is behind a lot of tourism initiatives that we are all experiencing here in Ghana and even beyond. And he had this to say concerning how we are celebrating women.
Hello everyone, I'm standing right here with Akwesi Ajeman. Whoa, he is the CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority. And when it comes to tourism in Ghana, you definitely will mention his name. Today he's here at the GUBA Awards, and we get to hear from him what he admires about Yasantua. Welcome to the show. Yeah, so tell us, what do you admire about Yasantua?
You know, very courageous woman, and I believe if we could all have that sort of courage in all our endeavors, in our businesses, everything we do, let's exercise and exhibit the same sort of courage so that we can move on as a country. So yes, Antoine inspires me for her courage and the fact that she never gave up on her dreams, on her dream to fight on, even when the men were running away. That's the sort of dream that we need to have, that will fight on for our country, Ghana. Thank you.
Amazing. So could you tell us exactly what it is, let's say today's woman, how they can use what they possess, you know, just like Yasantua, to create change in our society?
I think it was Kwaji Agre who said, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. So our women are really our leaders. They take the lead, we follow them. They are mothers, and I believe if they exhibit the same courage that Yasantua had and move on, we as men will follow, and we can build a prosperous and a strong nation, Ghana. So Yasantua, we love you, we believe in you, and we know that there will be many more Yasantuas to come out of the inspiration that you have given us. Thank you. Hey, I'm Akwesi Ajeman, Ghana Tourism Authority. Keep watching ETV Ghana.
Well, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation indeed. And I think that stands out for me. So, yeah, we got to meet someone else too that really inspired us and was talking about how women need to take a stand, you know, and push for whatever it is they believe in. And this person is Dorothy Davis. She's a member of the board of the UN Women United States of America. And this is what she had to say about the celebration.
Oh wow, it's getting much more exciting here at the GUBA Awards. African Women's Voices audience. Standing right next to me is another woman who has been contributing to the development of women. Who is she? She's Dorothy Davis. She's part of the UN Women of the United States of America, and also used to be a former board member of the African Women's Development Fund, and she's here to celebrate with us Yasantua's centenary. You're welcome, Dorothy.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
So, could you tell me what you admire so much about Yasantua?
I admire her strength, her dedication, her commitment, and her determination to just do it. Right? Her spirit emanates even 100 years later. We can all look back at what she did and what she caused to happen centuries after she passed. I mean, a century after she passed. So I'm very excited about being here and celebrating her. And a lot of times we don't hear about what women have accomplished. And she's definitely one of my heroes.
Oh, nice one. Okay, I'd like to ask you one more question about funding. Okay, so some people say women empowerment, and now some others are saying women enablement. No more women empowerment, but women enablement. So what do you think about this? Are they the same, or there's a little bit of difference between them?
I think they're two different things. Empowerment is, sometimes I think empowerment is more giving yourself the power to do what you want. It doesn't really come from other people. It comes from yourself. Enablement is where people give you open the doors for you. That kind of thing. So it's kind of like works together.
Yes.
You have to first think that you can do it or want to do it, and then you need the partnership with somebody else or others to give you the opportunities. So it's two.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you so much. I'm Dorothy Davis. I'm on the National Board of UN Women USA, and I'm also a founding member of the board of the African Women's Development Fund USA. And I believe in, and you should watch, African Women's Voices Show.
Hello, Africa. We are standing right here with the notable Rocky Dawuni. A lot of you know his songs. Today, he's not going to be singing for me. He's going to be telling me just one thing. Rocky, you're welcome to African Women's Voices Show.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, nice. You see, we are celebrating Yasantua, 100 years. Would you tell us exactly what it is about Yasantua that you really admire so much?
Well, Yasantua represents the power of the African woman. She represents the ability of the African woman to also step up when we are crossroads of great danger and crossroads of great trials. And the African woman has also carried every African great man on their shoulder and born every African great man. So I felt that we relegated her to the history books. She was admired, but never honored. And I think that on this her centenary, using her story and her ability to rally Africans to move forward in the future is also a testament for what we need to do in this time, and also the contribution of African women to Africa's future. So for me, I'm here celebrating the resilience, the power, and also at the same time acknowledging that history is not behind that. History is part of our future.
Amazing. Wow. So could you tell us maybe something about Yasantua that you feel that today's Ghanaian woman or African woman should use to do more for the continent?
Well, the African woman has to know that her role is not only to nurture generations. Her role is also in every aspect of our society. Her role is every aspect of leadership, every aspect of economic prosperity, every aspect of speaking on behalf of our continent, and every aspect of defining who we are. So I think that it is a moment for all African women to stand tall and know that they are appreciated, they are honored, and we also need them by our side as we take another beeline into staking our claim into the new African future.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rocky.
Whoa, Rocky, he's an activist, and it really shows because all the words he used there were quite powerful. And so let's learn from that. Women, we can do a lot better. It's not just our role or duty to be nurturing generations. Yeah, we can do that and a lot more. I'll be going for my final commercial break. When we return, I know a lot of you are itching to get to hear from Denta herself. Denta will be speaking. And please get very close to your phone lines because we'll open it up for you to call in, if possible, to share, something about women that you really admire so much, and also share with us also what you feel that women are not doing that we need to really begin to do. All right, so let's go for that commercial break and come back. You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices Show. Wow, we've been celebrating women and also celebrating the spirit of Yasantua, if you're just joining us, okay? So we have been able to see hear the interview or the explanations that the people we interviewed gave around who Yasantua is and how we can make her spirit reflect in us, or something about her that we've heard has been written in books to reflect inside of us. And you know that a lot of things that we don't do right now, or one of the things we don't do, is that we do not document properly what it is that we do. We are able to know all this about Yasantua because we have been able, she was able to have something documented for her. So do not leave this earth without having some documentation about yourself. Some people say, oh, I don't like writing. I mean, why would I write a book? Who is going to buy it? You know what? You don't necessarily need people to buy the book. But when you're gone, there is this legacy that you've left behind about you, and you have no idea what it will do for you even after you are gone, because we get the chance to really see things from your perspective and how you really experience them. So if you've not written a book about yourself, begin to write that book right now. So we'll be hearing from the next person, and she's an actress, Trudy Boateng, and after which we'll get to make you hear what Denta had to say about the celebration of Yaa Asantewaa's centenary. Let's take and stay.
Hello, Africa. I'm back, and I've got Trudy standing right here with me. She's a known figure in the creative industry here in Ghana, and we'd like to hear from her what she admires about Yaa Asantewaa. You're welcome, Trudy.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so proud to be here today at the GUBA Awards, and tonight we're celebrating Yaa Asantewaa. And she was a warrior. She was a leader, the type of leader that I aspire to be, and I'm working every day to be like. And as a woman in the creative industry, honestly, I don't see anything stopping us. We don't have to wait to take orders from men. We don't have to wait to be led. We make the change. We lead the way, and we can do great things. My name is Trudy Boateng, and keep watching the African Women's Voices show.
Thank you very much, Trudy. So the time that most of us are waiting for has finally arrived. We get to hear from the convener of the GUBA Awards as she explains what it is that was behind, you know, the whole organization and the whole idea of having to celebrate women. Let's hear from Denta Amwateng.
Hello, Africa. This is ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show, and we are here at the GUBA Awards. I am happy to introduce a lot of you to the main convener of the event tonight. She is Denta, and she's standing right beside me. I know we are celebrating 100 years of Yaa Asantewaa, and that's our interest as women. We know also that her courage is driving her. So we want to ask her what she likes about Yaa Asantewaa. We already know because it shows in everything she does. What we want to hear her say to women right now is how they can use their opportunities to be able to champion change and to champion excellence and, you know, do bigger things, all right? So, Denta, you're welcome to African Women's Voices show. All right, so I really want you to talk to women of Africa, you know, about how they need to use what they've got to be able to champion excellence.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. For me, it's about sharing our stories, encouraging other women. You know, for me, you know, when we used to do by the fireside chats, you know, those type of stories, if we don't share our stories, we don't share enough information out there. You know, tonight we are honoring women who are from market women, women at the top as well. And all of them have a story, they have a journey. You can get inspired by these things. Look, you may think that sometimes it's easy or somebody's had it easy to get there. But once you hear their story of how they got there, you will know that it's not easy, but you can do it. And that's what we want you to know. You know, the Yaa Asantewaa story is not an easy story because she stood up in front of the men, and at the time, it was all about the men. So how are you as a woman being able to stand up at the forefront of men and lead a war? And so this is what I want every single woman. Just have a little bit of confidence in yourself that you can do it and everything is possible. My name is Denta. Keep watching the African Women Voices show.
Thank you very much, Denta Amwateng, for that powerful message to women. And it was really a very beautiful occasion, all about Kente, and people came out in different styles of Kente to celebrate Yaa Asantewaa's centenary. So we've showed you the GUBA Awards, and we've said so many beautiful things about Yaa Asantewaa. We do not want to leave you without you making a decision, okay? We would like you to make a decision based on what you've watched tonight. as to the next steps, what would you want to do? Would you also want to be part of the people that people will be celebrating? Would you want to be part of the people who are making changes? Would you want to be the part of the people who, whenever we mention champions, whenever we mention people who are courageous, people who are, strong-willed decision makers, we mention you? It's all possible, okay? So it doesn't just start by a wave of the hand. A lot of work has to go into it. And from all the conversations we've had, I'm sure you've been able to grasp something that is going to help you to get onto that journey. Our phone lines are still open, even though I've got a very short time to actually wrap up. But I would like to actually say a very big hi to all the people who are watching us from outside of Ghana. And, usually I like to acknowledge you. Hi, Facebook people. It's good to be back. Some of you may not really know that we have finally come back after the AFCON. So do tell other people that the show is back on Wednesday, 8 p.m. live, okay? The repeat broadcast also comes on Saturday at exactly 12 noon. So let one person tell the other and let the chain reaction continue. As I mentioned earlier, we are running this series of, celebrating women and inspiring them as well, because we know that the 8th March is coming up, and International Women's Day is something that is really precious to us as a brand and as a program that is really championing what women are doing. So ahead of that, we are going to be bringing you series that are going to be exciting you and inspiring you as well. Next, we're going to have the She Achievers edition. All right, so look forward to that. It's going to be another mind-blowing experience, after which we're going to celebrate women in agriculture. Yes, we hardly celebrate women who are in agriculture, but this time around, we're going to do it, and so lots more. So I wouldn't want to, divulge everything. I want you to keep watching the show, and we keep surprising you with very beautiful things. I also said when we started the show that if you have an event you're organizing and it is a women event, we need to be able to, I'm being told that there's a caller. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Okay, please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm John Opoku,
John
from
Opoku.
Kumasi.
From Kumasi. Okay, so
Yeah.
how is Kumasi doing?
Okay,
It's fine. Okay, so where in Kumasi are you? Monsieur, where exactly?
Stadium Sobolo.
Oh, nice one. So please, share with us.
Yeah. I'm impressed to hear about Yasantua, our grandmother Yasantua.
Oh.
There's a question I want to ask. Is there any children in where they do Yasantua? I think it was Sochi, or do you remember where the Yasantua?
What?
Sochi or
Where Yasantua, what happened?
the English people took Yasantua to where after the war? Which country?
Okay. I don't know why I can't really
I
hear
think
you.
they took, I remember, I see they said they took Yasantua to Sochi Island, or if I'm trying to be correct.
Okay,
you
so
don't know
no,
anything
we don't have the confirmation of that on that. Okay, but
Okay,
you can.
and I just want to ask, is he give birth to some children there, or?
Wow, these are your questions. Okay, we'll find that out for you. Okay, John Opoku. All right.
Yeah,
So please
I
take
really
our
like
number.
to hear from you,
Yeah.
because I like the story of Yasantua.
You like the story of
Yasantua.
Yasantua. Okay, all right. So please take our number and give us a call tomorrow, okay? And then we'll finish you with that story. Okay?
If there is children in that social island, I really like them to come to Ghana so that you can celebrate them as well as their mother.
Okay, okay. So Ghana Tourism Authority was represented in that interview. So we'll also be speaking out to him. So if Yasantua had children at the place she was taken to, you are asking that they bring them back so we celebrate them, right? Okay, all right. We hear you, John Opoku. Thank you so much for calling us.
Thank you.
Okay, great. It looks like that's how much we can take because the time is almost up. We couldn't get most of you calling in. I'm sure it's jammed. A lot of times when we open the phone lines, everybody's trying to make the call. But we always give opportunity on our Facebook page, okay? So whenever you're trying to call and you can't get through, if you just send it to the Facebook page, I'll be able to see it immediately and then read your comment. All right? So I've got to take leave of you until we meet again next week, Wednesday. I want you to enjoy the rest of our interesting lineup for you. Bye-bye.